Okay, we are live. Awesome. We can move on now. So, hello to all of our YouTube channel watchers as well. This is a weekly webinar from ReConvert for you guys, for our customers, to help you guys set up ReConvert to be the most effective it can possibly be. We just want to make you, help you make more money with the app. I am Ruth, I am the app co-founder. And again, before I get started, I just want to apologize for any noises in the background that you might hear. As you all know, we're all self-quarantining because of the coronavirus. And that means that I'm filming from home instead of the office and the studio. And I live in a pretty noisy street. So I hope this mic does the job, but if it does not, I'm sorry about the noise. So in today's webinar, we are going to focus on something a little different. We are not going to go step by step with setting up one template. We are going to branch into triggers. It's a pretty new feature that we've just launched recently. So if you haven't heard about it, that's fine. We're going to go over it together. I am going to go over the setup of the app from beginning to end, but we're going to skim over it pretty quickly. If you want a more in-depth guide, you can either go to our YouTube channel. We have webinars there where we explain it a little more in depth, or you can use the help section in the app and it's going to give you all the information that you need. I have Eric here, my partner, who is available via chat, but if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. He's going to try to help you. I'm going to try to look at the chat as often as possible, but in the end, I'm also going to answer any questions that you guys might have. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Anyone who's missed the beginning is going to just be able to see it on the recording on YouTube. Now let me share my screen. Okay, can anyone see my screen? I just want to make sure in the chat. Yes, awesome. Okay, so I have a store here with a blank ReConvert app, and we're just going to get started installing one of the app's built-in free templates that we created for you. We're going to set it up as a default template and move on directly to triggers. So what I can do is either create a new template from scratch, which we're not going to do today. Eric actually showed you how to do it last week in the webinar. Again, check out our YouTube channel. Maybe Eric can even drop a link and then you can check it out. What we're going to do is select a free template. I'm going to click Explore Free Templates. And again, you have a few options here. You have the branded one, the customer satisfaction, and the conversion monster. I always go for the conversion monster, honestly. So I'm going to add it, and it's going to add all of the conversion monster widgets to a thank you page template for me. It's going to edit all of the colors, so the colors actually fit my brand, and I don't have to do anything. I can just publish it as is. Let's do a quick scheme of everything that is added here. We have product comments where your customers can actually, you can ask a question for each product. For example, why did you buy this product? And your customers can submit their answers, and then you can view all of their answers and learn from that what your customers want, why they buy from you, you know, make improvements to your store and your messaging according to what they're saying. Another widget is the product recommendations, basic scrollable product recommendations, but on the thank you page. And then we have the birthday widget where your customers can submit their birthday, and you can use this information to actually message them on their birthday and get them back to your store. We have the product Upsell, which is an amazing widget that lets your customers buy a specific product from the thank you page with a discount. And we have the tracking widget here that if there is a tracking number, it's going to allow your customers to track the status of their order directly from the thank you page. Lastly, we have these social media sharing buttons that allows your customers to share their order on social media with their friends, basically, to get you more exposure. And then the last thing that you're not gonna see here on the page is the pop-up with timer. And this pop-up is basically a pop-up with a timer to give your customers a discount that is time limited. Okay, so we've done that. Now we have the name here of the template, if you can see at the top left of the screen. And this is, now that we're working with triggers, we might want to manage our template names a little better. So I'm going to change it here by double clicking it and just call it the default template. Okay, so this is automatically saved, and I'm going to step out back into the dashboard. Okay, the last thing I need to do is just enable ReConvert, and it's gonna publish this thank you page. And now, no matter what order is done on my store, this is the page that people will see. They will see the same thank you page no matter what. It's true that we have some dynamic product recommendations in there, but the page itself is pretty static. It doesn't really matter who the customer is, what they bought, they're gonna see the same thing. Maybe the product specifically would be a little different. Now, this is not a bad thing. Honestly, for most of our customers, this is good enough. All they need is to have some upsells that are related to the products purchased on the thank you page, and it's all good. But today, we are going to set up some triggers to help you show a different thank you page for, let's say, if someone bought a specific product, okay? So just going to the products in my store for a second. I have this product, this dress, and let's say I want, obviously all of these products are fake, this is a test store, don't try to buy from it. So I have this dress, and let's say if someone bought this specific dress, I want to give them a specific different message, okay? It might be because this dress is a bestseller. Maybe it's because this dress is more expensive than others, so I can afford to give them a better upsell, like a higher ticket upsell. Or maybe there's a specific, sorry, I have a bit of a sore throat, so I apologize if I sound a little weird. But let's say I have a specific bag or pair of shoes that match this specific dress, and I want to show it to anyone who buys this dress. There's a lot of options and reasons why you want to do that, why you might want to show specific products, specific upsells, but I'm just showing you how you can do it with ReConvert. So the name of the dress, we have it here. It's the Abstract Real Kayol Yoki midi dress. A lot of meaning in this name. So we're gonna go into triggers in the app. And as you can see, this is kind of similar to when we don't have any templates yet. This is a blank state. No triggers have been created. Trigger base is disabled for now. So what I'm gonna do is create my first trigger. And now you can see we have basically 3 parts here in this page. I'm gonna move myself here actually, so I'm not in the way. First of all, you need to define your default thank you page template, okay? This is the template that will show up if none of the triggers are met. And here we have the default template that we've just created. And actually, this is the only template that we have. So we're gonna take care of that very soon. Now, after we define the default template, we need to set up some triggers and activate the triggered base thank you pages. Activate this feature so it actually works and we're not seeing the same exact thank you page on every order. So before we get started with actually setting up these triggers, let's just create one more template. And this template would be specifically for the product that we've just talked about. So I'm going to go into templates. And I'm going to create a new template actually from scratch. And let me just copy the name of the product really quickly so I can actually know the reason for this template. Okay, so the template name is the name of the product. In my case, it's up to you. The important thing is that you know what it means. And what I'm going to do, just for the sake of demonstration, is just add a specific product upsell. And in here, I'm going to choose a specific product because I know exactly what the customer bought. So I know what I want to upsell them. I'm going to select one of the products for my store. Let's say this lovely ring goes very well with the dress that the customer just bought. So this is the upsell I want to give. If the product is already in the original order, in this case, I'm going to show an alternative product because she already bought the ring, she doesn't need it again. So let's select another product that goes well with this specific dress. Taking this very seriously, even though it's fake. I am going to go with this product, okay? So I have my product, and if it's already in the order, I'm going to show a different one. And then I can change the text. Let's say I want to give them okay, so I'm giving a very generous discount here. And I am going to set up the product images and all sorts of things that are important to me. And for the discount, I'm going to go for a automatic discount with a percentage of 50% and also apply free shipping for this specific product that they're adding to the cart. Okay. And then I'm going to change this a little bit. And that's it. This is going to be the upsell. Now, of course, I can change things up here. Maybe there's a specific message that I want to show. Maybe this product is very complicated, so I want to put in a video letting my customer know how to use it. There's a lot of reasons to use this specific feature. But here, I'm just putting a specific discount for a product. Just to go over some options with you guys. You could maybe, if this product comes with a subscription or a virtual product, then you can add a call to action that calls the customer to take another action related to the product that they just bought. You could show some free text or image with text, maybe for some frequently asked questions about this specific product, if this is necessary. Maybe you want a specific post-purchase survey to ask about this product. Actually, let's add it together now. I'm going to add the post-purchase survey, and we're going to ask our customers. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to create a survey first. So we're going to do that soon. Let me delete this actually, and I'm going to put it on the right section. But first, I'm going to show you how to create a survey. Before we go there, last option is also, like I said, maybe you want to show a specific video, again, because the product is kind of complicated and you want to explain to people how to do it. So let me save this really quickly, create a survey, and then we can add it to the thank you page. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, so how do I create a survey? I'm going to go to settings and to post-purchase surveys. Now, these surveys honestly are amazing because everyone sees them. Most people send surveys, post-purchase surveys via email, but sometimes people don't open their emails. Everyone open their thank you page. So if you want to conduct a post-purchase survey, this is a really great tool, great opportunity to do that on the thank you page. First of all, the name of the survey, because this is a product-specific survey, I'm just going to name it the same name as the template, the same name as the product. Your customer will not necessarily see this title, only if you want him to. So you can name whatever you want here. And then for the questions, let's say, why did you buy the dress? So I'm gonna do a radio button. No, actually, let's do a checkbox. Okay, and then let's add another question. I'm gonna save this question. What other questions might we have? Who did you buy this dress for? And here I'm gonna do a radio button. I knew I misspelled this. Okay. And okay, so we're gonna make do with 2 questions here because this is only a demonstration. We don't need to go overboard. So the survey is created and I saved everything. I'm gonna go back and I'm going to go into templates again. And then you can see I have my default template and my specific template. So I'm gonna customize the specific template. Okay, going to the right area, I'm gonna add a post-purchase survey in here. And I'm gonna just select this survey. Now, the only thing I want to change here is to not show the title or change it. Okay. And I have this survey, it's all ready to go. I can change some more settings here. I don't feel the need to. If you guys want, let me know, I can go over some of these settings, but it's all pretty simple and it's all about the text and the colors, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna save this. Before we go, let's just add a order tracking widget, but because I just think this is a best practice for any thank you page, and I don't really need to do anything, just checkbox. And let's add a pop-up with timer as well. Okay, so this is the default with my colors and everything. I can customize it, I can add an image, but again, we've already shown that in other webinars. If you want me to go more into depth with it, let me know. But for now, I'm gonna keep it as this. I have 30% off of everything. And I'm gonna click save. Now going back to triggers. We have 2 templates now. One of them is a general discount template. There's nothing wrong with it. And the other one is specifically for people who bought this one specific dress. So now that I enable triggers, the first thing I'm gonna do is select the default template to be my default template. And I do recommend that you call it something like default, so you know what it is. And then I'm gonna add a trigger. Now, triggers are very wide. You can do a lot of things with them. First of all, let's start with the trigger name because this is the easiest part. Guess what? I'm going to name it this, okay? Next, we are going to select the template that will appear if this trigger is actually met. And the template in this case is this template, okay? Next, we need to select the category of the trigger. Now we have 4 categories, and let me go over them very quickly. We have customer information. This is triggers that are based on some of the customer information from the order. We have order details. This is details about the order. For example, shipping address. You might ask yourself, what's the difference? Well, in customer information, it's the customer address. And in the order detail, it's the specific order shipping address. Next, we have the product purchase data. And this is all about the product that the customer bought in this order. We're going to create the trigger based on that. And then we have the other options, which is things that don't fit in any of the other three. We're going to choose the product purchased data here. And of course, the options here change accordingly. So the parameter would be the specific product. So we want a specific product that this customer bought. And then we have the condition. Now you can either say the entire order has to contain this product. So it could either be the customer only bought one product, this specific product, or it can be the customer bought this specific product a few times. Or you can say at least one of the products fit this condition. And in this case, we're going to choose at least one of these products. So for example, if the customer bought the dress, but also bought another dress, that's fine. I still want to show him the same template. And you can either say is or is not. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. And then here you will have a drop-down of all of your products. I'm going to search for my specific dress. I can select multiple products here, okay? And then I'm going to just click save. If I select multiple products, by the way, it's going to show me, let's say it's going to be an or condition between them. So if the product is either this or this or this, it's going to show the same template. Click save. And then lastly, I'm going to activate the trigger. Excuse me for just a second. I think my neighbors are making a little bit of a Okay, I'm back. Sorry about it. Again, it's working from home conditions. So we have created the trigger and we've enabled it. And this should all work now. So let's go to an actual thank you page and check some things out, okay? I'm going to go into the orders in my store. Okay, so this order, as you can see, doesn't have the specific dress. So I should not see the specific thank you page. I should see the default template here. Okay, I'm not seeing the app at all. I think it's probably because this order was made not through the Shopify. Oh yeah, it wasn't made through the Shopify checkout. So let me just try another one. Okay, let's try this one. If none of this works, we're gonna just create a new order. Okay, so here again, we don't have the specific dress that we wanted. So we're seeing the default thank you page template with the pop-up and all of the upsells. Let's try another one. I hope I can find one with the dress, but if we cannot, then I'm just gonna create a new order. Okay, one last try. Ha, we've got it. Okay, so this one has the specific dress from the trigger. So we should see here the specific thank you page. And here it is. We have the specific thank you page. I enabled the pop-up. I don't have the tracking widget here because I don't have a tracking number. And I have my survey. Okay, The only thing that I don't have here is the product upsell. My guess would be that I selected 2 products that are sold out, and because they are sold out, they're not appearing here. We can just go very quickly and edit that. As you can see here, by the way, you can actually see statistics about each template that you created. You can see the status. So we have the default and live. And then if you created a template that is not connected to any trigger, it's going to show as a draft. And you can also see how many people saw each one of these templates, how many orders it generated. A lot of very useful analytics you can see just from the templates page right now. Okay, so taking this specific widget, let's see what's the status with this product. Okay, this doesn't seem to be sold out. So I'm just gonna save it. Let's refresh here and see if it changes anything. There we go. Now we see our product, and I see I have a chat message. Okay, sorry, I saw the chat message a little late. Thank you for forgiving me for the disturbance. And yeah, this is the thank you page template. It is all set up and ready with our triggers. Of course, this is a very specific trigger. And maybe in this case, you might think, I wouldn't really do a specific survey and I wouldn't really do this specific boots with this specific dress, which makes sense. But some scenarios you might want to use are some of the ones that I mentioned before, a complicated product that you might want to add some explanation to. Maybe you have a few different collections in your store. And if someone bought something from a specific collection, you know that they like a specific feel. Let's say if they bought it from a camping collection, you know they like camping, and you would change the messaging to fit camping and the upsells to fit it. Whereas if they bought planting equipment, you know that they like plants and planting, and you would do different messaging. So it's really up to you. Use this tool however you want. You can also do it, again, according to the customer information. So maybe your customer is a female and you want to give her different messaging than if your customer is a male. Maybe according to the country that they live in, you have some shipping information that you want to show them. There are endless opportunities and possibilities here. Can you do it based on order value? Yes, you can. You can definitely create triggers based on the order value. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, we're gonna go back to the triggers page. And then let's say if someone spent more than X amount of money on a specific order, you want to say, thank you, you're a VIP customer, and we're giving you a huge discount. Maybe you want to give them a bigger discount than you would someone who bought something for $10. Okay, so I'm not going to set everything up here. I'm just going to show you that we can go into the order details. Sorry. And then we have a few things here. We can either do the total discount value, so the discounts applied on this order. We have the order value, like you asked, so we can basically show different information according to how much this customer spent on this order. We have the refund value, so if I've refunded this order, because as you know, the thank you page is also the order status page and people might come back to it. So if I've refunded some parts of the order, maybe I want to show a different kind of message. Shipping value and tax value. So just if we go into order value, again, it's either is or is not, or you can do if it's less than or more than, between or not between, if you want a specific range. So Less than or more than would be very useful if you want to show a specific message for anyone who spent over $100, let's say. Another thing you can do is if we look at customer information, I don't remember exactly how we called it, so let me just look for it for a second. Okay, so we have total items bought and total revenue generated. So what we talked about before was a specific order value. This specific order value, what different message do I want to show someone who spent X on this order? But here we're looking at it from the customer point of view. So if this customer spent more than $1,000 in your store, maybe you want to show him a different message than someone who's just bought something very small from you. And also total items bought. So if this customer bought more than 3 items in your store, more than 5 items in your store, you can really combine these triggers as well. You can say if someone bought more than 5 items and spent more than $1,000, then I consider them a VIP customer and I want to show them something specific, a specific discount or a specific message. So again, endless opportunities here. Probably any trigger you can think of, anything you might want to show a different thank you page for, it's going to be here. Actually, there are some things you might never think about showing the different thank you page for, and they're still going to be here. So if it's not here, let us know. We might add it, but I find it very difficult to believe. Okay, so I'm going to actually delete this one. And I think we are done. Does anyone have any questions, anything that they want to ask regarding triggers or ReConvert setup or really anything? Let me know now, please. Okay, let me just check out the YouTube chat to see if there's any questions there. Okay, so no questions, but thank you, Noam, for your kind and lovely messages. So if anyone has any questions, now is your last minute to ask them. And if you don't, I just invite you to write any question that you might have in the YouTube chat, in the YouTube comments in this video. Or of course, if you are already customers, you can reach us through the live chat in the app. We're always available and we love talking to customers. We want to help you. If you have any issues or any questions, we're here to help. So this is pretty much it for this webinar. We will see you in next week's webinar where Eric will give you some of his best tips. So up until then, I hope you're all staying safe and healthy at home and have a great day or evening, whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.